Well, I'm joined now by members of the field hockey team, along with Coach Allison Dolliner, and then I'll go down the line. We have senior captains Allie McDonough, Noelle Conley, and Allie Martin. Guys, thanks for joining us, first of all.
Thanks for having us.
So this season, 12-5-1 regular season. Coach, I'll start with you first. Congrats on a strong season. What were your expectations coming into the season?
I think we definitely want to qualify for the tournament again. That's something that we've done every year since I've been coaching. So that's always one of the first goals, to have a successful season, qualify for tournament, and then go from there.
So kind of building on that in that preseason for you guys, what does a summer off-season look like for field hockey? Like, what are the workouts like in the summer?
So a lot of us did the strength and conditioning program run by Marathon over the summer, and we played like off-season field hockey too, which really helped us. Like, I know a lot of our teammates had higher involvement than in the past with like club leagues and stuff like that. So we were really prepared for preseason to start.
Now it's your second season in the Tri-Valley League. Did you guys feel a little bit more prepared or knowledgeable of what the league was going to throw at you kind of coming into this season?
I'd say that the teams kind of knew us more because they saw us as a threat last year and wanted to get used to us in the league just because we were the new ones coming in and they didn't know what to expect from us. So they definitely tried to learn our team as best as they could in the first year.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think last year was definitely a feeler year. A lot of those teams, we play a lot of non-league games too each year. We usually have about 4, and usually in the past when we were in the basic conference, our non-league games were more Hawk teams. So we really didn't see too many Tri-Valley League teams before. So I think last year, especially that first time through, it was tricky kind of having a feel for teams. And, you know, you hear one team was really good the year before, but then they went and graduated 8 seniors. So
Right.
Then they're not what you expect. And then teams come back with 12 seniors last year that they had. So it was definitely, the ones through was good, and I think we were definitely ready to prepare for some of the stronger teams this year.
And how many had you guys graduated from last year's team?
Last year we graduated 8 seniors also.
Okay, so you guys lost a lot last season too.
7 seniors, 8 seniors this year.
So you open up against Ashland. They had a bit of a down year, and you took care of business and beat them. And then 2 big wins against Canton and Wellesley, who are 2 tournament teams. So I guess I'll go down to the end of the line here. That's got to raise the confidence level a little bit early in the season. How are you guys feeling after that early run?
Yeah, I mean, beating Wellesley and Canton like at the very beginning of the season is definitely a great way to start, I would say, because we all know that they're competitive teams, and just to start off the season with those wins is a big deal.
So now we'll jump sort of to the end of the year a little bit. You guys play Westwood, who you had lost to 5-0 earlier in the season, and they had beaten everyone they had played. I think I'm kind of hinting at what happened here, but kind of give us the rundown of that game.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great game all around. I think that first time through with Westwood, we had just 2 days before that come off a pretty tough loss against an unbelievable Walpole program. The Westwood coach has done a phenomenal job with their program too. So 2 back-to-back games. Allie Martin actually was dealing with a concussion at that point in the season. Noelle had been dealing with shin splints at that point of the season. So we were definitely down then too.
Yep.
We definitely weren't at full strength. So I think, you know, coming back at the end of the season, everybody full strength, knowing what to expect out of Westwood, we were definitely able to better prepare for it, and I think in a mentally tougher spot at that point of the season than we were the first time through playing them.
Now, was that a home game for you guys too when you beat them, or
No,
was that on
we
the
were
road?
out, yeah.
Okay, so you got to ruin their kind of
Yeah.
senior day.
Yes.
Well, and that's kind of what I said to them. At that point, you know, we had qualified for the tournament, and before the game I kind of said to them, like, listen, right now everyone expects Westwood to win. You have the chance to go out there, set the tone for the end of the season, and set the tone for what you want the postseason to look like. You can either go out there and lose, and it doesn't really matter, everyone expects you to lose because Westwood's undefeated, or you can go out there and show them what you're made of and get the win, and they did.
So where does that kind of rank up there just for games you guys have played? I'm sure you played many throughout your career here at the high school as far as kind of that upper tier of games you've played.
I'd say out of this season, that was definitely our biggest win. I know we beat Canton and Wellesley, and we saw both of those as strong teams, but we've beaten them before. And Westwood this year just had an unbelievable program to beat like an undefeated team on their last game. And not to say ruin their season, but I wouldn't be happy ending with that.
Yep.
It felt really good to be strong coming into the tournament.
So you guys get that little extra confidence boost going into the tournament, and then you run into a tough Attleboro team. Kind of we won't dwell on it too long, but just talk to us a little bit about that game. Did you guys know much about Attleboro going into it?
We had done some scouting. Myself and some of the other coaches had looked into it. We knew that they had a very strong midfielder in Anna Beck. She was actually the one that went on to score 2 goals. She's going on to play Bryant next year. So we knew it was going to be tough. And again, knowing some of the coaches that I know just from around different leagues, we heard their record definitely didn't reflect their talent. So we knew it was going to be a tough one, and we'd have to scrap it out. And it's tough because it was a 2-1 game. I don't think anything we could have done different. Unfortunately, they put in 2 goals that day, and we only put in 1. Their goalie had some amazing saves, and unfortunately, it just wasn't in the cards for us that day. But it wasn't. I don't think there was any one thing in that game that we can say like that's the reason we lost. It just they had 2 shots go in, and we only had 1.
So looking back on this season, and I guess your entire field hockey careers here at the high school, what is one thing you really enjoyed and are going to miss about being part of this program, I guess? I don't know if anyone wants to start.
I feel like I'm gonna miss like all my teammates and the camaraderie. Like we all were so close and we worked so well together, and like we all got along, and I feel like that helped us to have like the records that we did and the stats, because if you're working with people that you enjoy like playing with and you have a lot of fun, then it makes winning easier.
Now, do any of you have plans to continue playing in college at all? Maybe.
I'm going on to play at Holy Cross.
Oh, awesome. And you guys undecided at this point?
Yeah.
It's still early in the school year.
They could if they wanted to.
So, Coach, kind of looking ahead to the future a little bit, for next season, you're obviously losing 3 strong senior captains here. How many returning players? What's kind of the future of the program look like?
So we'll be graduating 3 starters and the 3 captains right here. But other than that, our whole starting lineup's coming back. We have our camera woman, Maggie Curran, and Caitlin Gillette will be back next year. A couple of juniors right there. We have a really strong junior class. There's a good core right there. They're good in numbers, they're good in energy. The sophomore class also has a ton of energy. Our goalie's only a sophomore, Talia Frucci, so we're really excited to have her back for 2 more years. And I think we just keep seeing every year and more girls getting involved playing year round, which is really the key to maintaining the success of some of those programs that we would aspire to get to their level one day, like the Walpoles and the Cantons and the Foxboroughs. Those girls play year round all the time. And I think we're starting to see our numbers move in that direction, which is really good for the program. We also have a phenomenal youth program here in town, which also I think helps us maintain the level of play each year. Al Penza runs that, who used to be the varsity coach. I was her assistant before I took over, and now she runs our youth program, and she does an incredible job with the youth program.
That's awesome. So just to kind of wrap up, talk a little bit about these 3 and how they were as your captains this season.
Oh, they're horrible. No, no, I'm going to miss these girls so much. They were incredible leaders. The energy that they brought to practice every day, you couldn't ask for anything more as a coach. With our youth, we had some practices with our youth teams, and they were always there helping and spreading that energy to the youth kids to kind of share the love of the sport. And really, it's going to be big shoes to fill next year for next year's captains.
Well, awesome. Congratulations on a great season. Best of luck to you guys wherever you end up, you at Holy Cross.
Thank you.
And Coach, good luck
Thank you.
next season.